Hello and welcome to the Carolinas Association of Collegiate Registrars and Admissions Officers Virtual College Fair. We are so thrilled to have you today, and we have a wonderful lineup of fantastic institutions that you're going to hear from this evening. A few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You may use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. You don't have to save your question until that institution is giving their presentation. If you have a question for any of our panelists today, go ahead and use that Q&A function. Your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you today. This is one of many different sessions happening, so be sure to sign up for more. There's one more happening right after this. And then this presentation, along with all of the others, are being recorded and will be available within about a week at strivescan.com/Carolinas. I'm putting that in the chat right now. But now for our main event, I am going to turn it over to our wonderful presenters, and we are kicking off today with UNC Pembroke, whenever you're ready.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Kristen Woodill. I am the Associate Director of Undergraduate Admissions at UNC Pembroke, and I am super glad to be with you all today. So we will get started with telling you a little bit about UNCP. So some background information about me. I actually graduated from UNCP back in 2017 with an exercise science degree, but university has changed quite a bit even since I've been there. We are currently at our highest enrollment of over 8,000 students. Now, this number consists of our undergraduate students as well as our graduate students. We do have 41 undergraduate programs and 18 graduate programs. And UNCP is lucky to be one of the most diverse campuses in the UNC system and in the Southeast region as a whole. So if learning in a diverse environment with a diverse student population as well as faculty and staff, if that's something that's important to you, UNC Pembroke would be a great place for you. Our student to faculty ratio is 18:1, and our average class size is around 20 students. Now, even though I say that is our average class size, the largest class that you'll ever sit in at UNC Pembroke is around 65 students. I had classes where there were just 5 of us. So if you really want to see education get really personal, UNCP is a great place for that. Some of our top majors are exercise sports science, business administration, nursing, elementary education, and of course biology and chemistry. And we are seeing a lot of growth in our computer science programs. So our university is broken down into 5 schools. You have the College of Arts and Sciences, the College of Health Sciences, the School of Business, the School of Education, and our brand new School of Nursing. So we're super excited about that. One thing that I will highly encourage any student to do is get involved, regardless if you choose UNCP or another institution. At UNCP, we are D2 Athletics. We're part of the Peach Belt Conference. We have 16 athletic teams on campus. We were just corrected of that this past week. And we are doing a wonderful job. Just a shameless plug, our baseball team is actually the conference champs this year, so we're super proud of them for that. But beyond athletics, we do have over 100 clubs and organizations on campus that you can get involved in, spanning from student government to religious organizations, Greek life, interest-based clubs, academic societies, you name it, we have something for you to get involved in. And we highly suggest that all of our students get involved in something while they're at UNCP. We also have some study abroad programs that you can join in, and you can really make those trips whatever you would have it, whether it's an individual trip or if you want to go with a group that is going, that's completely up to you. We also have living learning communities where you're living with a cohort of students who have a similar interest as you. So if you're interested in being a campus leader, we do have a leadership living learning community that I highly suggest that you get involved in. And we also have these wonderful service learning courses. So at UNCP, we do believe in giving back as much as possible. Service learning classes allows you to do that and get a grade for it. So those are wonderful opportunities to get involved in the community and to, of course, boost your GPA. So we can't talk about UNCP without talking about NC Promise. So North Carolina Promise allows our in-state tuition to be $500 per semester, and our out-of-state tuition to be $2,500 per semester. Now, this is just tuition. You still have student fees, room and board, books, health insurance, and all the costs that are associated with coming to college. But with tuition being locked in at that $500 per semester for in-state students, that's as if you're receiving a $10,000 scholarship right out the gate. If you happen to be an out-of-state student with tuition locked in at $2,500 per semester, it's as if you're receiving around $40,000 of scholarship money without even having to apply for it. So there's no special application for NC Promise. Any of our students are eligible for this program. It is dependent completely upon residency, so where you live. We do have our Brave Assist scholarship portal. So UNCP has two different types of scholarships. We have endowments and merit-based scholarships. Brave Assist allows you to complete one scholarship application for every scholarship that we have across campus. I will tell you though, if you're interested in receiving a merit scholarship, I suggest you get those applications in as soon as possible when the application opens up next fall. So I've told you a little bit about UNCP, so let me tell you how you get there. So the journey, of course, starts with your application. So you will create your application at uncp.edu/apply. This is your Bridge to Brave portal. That's where we do most of our communication with you. So of course, submit your test scores. This year we are test optional. You can also submit your transcript into that area as well. And of course, also include your RCN, which is your residency certification number, and you can choose your major in there. So once you've completed all of that and you hear back from us, this is what happens at UNCP. So the pathway to get you out is just as important as the pathway to get you to college. So when you start your classes, you're going to take, of course, some general education courses. We're going to push you to get involved, and we're going to also lead you towards internship opportunities, study abroad, and of course academic research, because we want you to build a great resume while you are still a student, and then you will be on your way to graduation and off to your career. So if you have any questions about how you can become a Brave, please feel free to let me know, and here's my contact information, and I hope you all have a great day.
Wonderful. What a great way to start off this panel series. We are going to turn now to Brevard College. Whenever you are ready, take it away.
Well, good afternoon. My name is Xavier Holmes Copeland. I am an admissions counselor at the lovely Brevard College. Similar to the young lady at UNC Pembroke, I'm a graduate from Brevard College. I attended Brevard from 2014 to 2018. During my time at Brevard College, I was a student athlete, so I played men's lacrosse, and I majored in criminal justice with a minor in business. So as we get things started, let you guys know a little bit about Brevard. So we are a private liberal arts college in the mountains of Western North Carolina. We take pride in being an experiential education school. What you guys need to know is that experiential education is embedded in almost every major that we have here on campus. That experiential education, it really hits hard on you having that hands-on, that call to action with the major that you're interested in, and then a direct reflection with your professor. So for me, an example for you guys to kind of understand that, with me being a criminal justice major, a day in the life will look like me coming into class, speaking with my professor about what we're learning today. And we'll learn about blood splatter and assessing a crime scene. And then we'll go upstairs, and then we'll go into our attic where we have a crime scene set up, and then we will then participate in the crime scene while our professors overview that. That's experiential education. It's getting that direct experience with what you're interested in, and then coming back and reflecting on it. That hands-on experience. Next is the location of Brevard. We're located south of Asheville, a little bit north of Greenville, and we're in the mountains. We're surrounded all around mountains, so it's a beautiful location. The location gives you that opportunity to also connect with the businesses. So the businesses in the area are really bought into Brevard College. It gives you the opportunity to go out, complete those internships, work there while you are a student. and you're participating in that experiential education aspect of everything. And then lastly, our size. So we are a really small school, but we take pride in being a small school. So you're looking at a student population of 767 students this year. And that gives you those opportunities to have, those direct personalized relationships with your professors. Some of you guys who may be athletes or not athletes, you'll have those opportunities where you can go and have coffee with your professors outside of the classroom. You have those opportunities where your professors are watching you as you're playing your sports. That's what you get from this small school atmosphere. You get that personalized experience, you get that one-on-one time. As you can see, we have an average class size of 15:1. So that's an average class size of 15 students and a student faculty ratio of 11:1. Once again, hitting hard on that direct connection with your professor in that small class feel that gives you those opportunities to go on and do experiential education. So here are some of our majors here that we have. As you can see, we have a ton of them. And like I stated before, each major gives you the opportunity to work directly with what you're interested in. That hands-on experience is something that we really hit hard on. And it's seen throughout all of our majors here. Some of our top majors here are undeclared. We consider undeclared a major because, a lot of students don't know what they want to do yet. And we encourage that because you get the opportunity to take, at least one of these classes during your freshman year. You can take a handful of these classes and figure out, what calls to you. You'll have that direct experience in each of these majors when you try them out your freshman year. And this gives you those opportunities to figure out what calls to you. So undeclared is a top major here. Criminal justice is our next one. Business, exercise science, and then wilderness leadership experiential education. If any of you guys have a neck for being outdoors, going up into the mountains, kayaking, rock climbing, then that wilderness leadership experiential education program is definitely something that you can take a look at. Next, we have athletic programs. We are a Division III school, and we have men's and women's sports. Recently, our men's soccer team, they just won the championship for the division. Our football team, as you can see, last year, they won the bowl game. And this year they won the conference for the USA South this year. So our athletics are on the up and up. Our cross country team and our cycling team, they win nationals. Our cycling team here is considered to be a D1 team. And our baseball team, they're on a hot streak also. So if you guys are interested in playing sports, we do offer that here. About 55% of our students who attend Brevard College are athletes. So, it's a good group and it's a good family atmosphere. So definitely if you're interested in walking on or, being recruited, definitely reach out. And these are opportunities that presents itself here at Brevard College. Next is our application. Our application is cut, clean, and easy. We want to make it's free, no recommendations needed, and we want to make it as smooth as possible for you guys. So simply, you'll just fill out that application, submit your transcripts or test scores, and we usually give you a response back in about 3 business days. We do have a test optional route. So test optional has been something that we have always had. It's something that we encourage our students, our prospective students, to go ahead and do. It gives us the opportunity to know who you are as a person. We believe that not every student can be defined by their SAT scores or ACT scores. So we encourage doing the test optional route. But if you do score well on the test optional route, feel free to go ahead and submit those also. Next is cost and aid. As you can see, we do offer half tuition scholarships, merit scholarships, and early enrollment fee grants. We have scholarship days and honors program scholarships, as well as fine arts and any additional opportunities. Now I'll open the floor to any questions, which we'll hold off to the end. And thank you guys for listening to my speech about Brevard College.
Fantastic. Well, thank you. That was a great presentation as well. We are going to hear now from Anderson University. Whenever you are ready, Anderson University. We can see you, but can't hear you yet.
Great, awesome. It's so great to hear from you guys today. Thank you for joining us. I wanted to just chat really quickly about Anderson University, as 2 of my peers here that spoke to you earlier, I am also an alumni of Anderson University, originally from Alabama. And so I went about 6 hours away to come to Anderson, and absolutely was the best decision that I ever made. So Anderson is located in the upstate of South Carolina. It is a private liberal arts institution. It is a private Christian liberal arts school. That's meaning that we want to make sure that you are equipped well, that you're thinking before you're ever doing all of the things, that you are well equipped in anything that you're going to go into. We are also an Apple Distinguished school. That means that you're going to get the latest and greatest Apple iPad built in with your tuition, so that you can incorporate faith and learning and innovation into whatever it is that you are focusing on. So if you look here at our website, when you first log on, you're going to be able to find 3 main resources. Those are the main things I want to briefly touch on here today. So for our athletics, we are Division II athletics. We have an overall enrollment at Anderson at 3,500 students. That does include your graduate and undergraduate. Undergraduate alone, we're right at 2,800. Then if you look here, you'll find where it is that you can set up a visit. And before I talk about that, I want to talk about campus life. So campus life is huge. We have, as you can see here, we have about 100 different visits going on campus. They actually just recently yesterday had an event where they had a silent fair, a silent party where everybody had on headphones and they were just listening to the same music. So it kept campus quiet, which I know many of the students appreciated, especially since we have 63% of those students living on campus. We are a Christian institution, so there will be a requirement of chapel as well, which is something that many people are not, don't know as much about Anderson. Okay, and then I just want to leave my contact information here. I try to keep it short and sweet for you guys. So if you have additional questions about Anderson, I am our Assistant Director of Admission. I work specifically with our School of the Arts students, handling any auditions that may need to take place, but also can talk about any of our majors. Some of the most popular ones that we have now are going to be nursing. We have a 99% pass rate on the NCLEX for nursing, as well as business and education. For your education majors, you're going to be getting into the classroom starting as early as that freshman year, which is definitely something that I know a lot of students are interested in and want to get involved as soon as you can. So thank you so much for talking to me. And if you have questions, please feel free to send me any questions and I'm happy to answer them.
Okay, short and sweet, just what we needed. Thank you so much, Anderson University. That was wonderful. I want to remind everyone that the Q&A function is open, so go ahead and get those questions in for our panelists today. And now we are going to hear from UNC Wilmington. Take it away when you're ready.
All right, good evening, everybody. My name is Allison Orman, and I am a first-year admission coordinator here at UNC Wilmington. What I want to do over these next couple minutes is just take a little bit of time to introduce you to UNC Wilmington if you're not familiar, talk about some of the resources and programs that we have for our students, as well as touch on the admissions process. So getting started, in case you're not familiar with UNC Wilmington, we are located right on the coast of North Carolina. You can see according to that map right there, we are really right there on the coast. We're just about 5 miles from Wrightsville Beach. So a lot of great benefits to being in the Wilmington area. You can see a beautiful picture of Wrightsville Beach in the top left-hand corner, as well as a beautiful picture of our river walk right beside of that. Right now, we have almost 18,000 students on our campus, and that currently classifies us as a mid-sized institution within the UNC system. What you can see on this slide is just a snapshot of our recent fall 2019 class. We did include our SAT average from 2019 because we are test optional this year for admissions and are just currently awaiting some more guidance from the UNC system about what that's going to look like moving forward. You can see we have almost 60 different majors for students students to choose from, nearly 40 different master's degree programs, as well as 4 doctoral programs on campus. Moving forward, I want to touch just on some of our majors and academic programs. We are situated into 4 academic colleges here at UNCW. We have the College of Health and Human Services, which houses programs such as nursing, exercise science, public health. We have our Watson College of Education, our College of Arts and Sciences, which is going to be our largest college on campus, as well as our Cameron School of Business. So these are a list of the 60 different majors that we have. Anything that you see with the star means that it's available as both a major or a minor option. We do have a lot of students that will choose to double major or major and minor, and we definitely feel that college is the time for you to explore all your options, and so we would love to help you do that academically. At UNC Wilmington, we do place a really strong emphasis on the concept that we call applied learning. And applied learning is really just a fancy word for hands-on experience. So that just means that at UNC Wilmington, we want to make sure that our students are not only learning in a traditional way inside the classroom, but we also want to make sure that they're getting good hands-on experience. So you can see in the top left-hand corner, the 4 different options students have to fulfill this requirement. They can do a research project, they can study abroad, they can do an internship or a service learning project. So all these opportunities are available to students no matter which major they choose. Additionally, as I mentioned a couple slides earlier, UNCW is considered a mid-size institution, but I do want to point out that our student to faculty ratio is 18:1, and our average class size is just about 27 students. So that's still going to give you the opportunity to get to know the peers in your classes and also get help from your professors when you need that or network with them as well. But along with being a mid-sized university, we are also able to still offer a lot of the majors, programs, and resources that you would find at a larger institution. So a couple of those things you see here on this slide, over 250 different student organizations. We do have Division I athletics, as well as over 1,000 different study abroad programs. So a mid-sized institution can be great for students that are looking for more of that personalized learning experience that you might find at a private institution, but also still wanting the resources, choice, and selection that you might have at a larger institution. I did want to include just a couple photos from different areas of our campus. You can see some of the applied learning opportunities that we have for our nursing students there on the right side, our communication studies students practicing their broadcasting skills and journalism down there in the bottom right. And then in the top left, what you see is actually our Center for Marine Science. So we are a flagship institution for marine biology just due to our location on the coast. So we have a lot of great opportunities for marine biology students to really get their hands dirty in the field. I do want to provide just a snapshot on the admissions process, specifically our first year admission process. We do have a holistic review. So what you see on the right there are the different elements of our application. We'll look at a student's academic profile, their writing abilities, their extracurricular involvement, letter of recommendation, as well as standardized testing. I do also want to point out on the left side, we do have some of our averages that represent our middle 50% of accepted students. So these are not concrete averages. They're simply here to just give you an area to aim for and just an idea of what could be considered competitive for admission. If you want to learn more about requirements, ways to apply, or connect with your admissions counselor, you can do so using the link in the middle of the screen. And then lastly, I just want to remind you to stay connected with us. We have a lot of different ways to do that right now through webinars, interviews. We are hosting in-person campus tours right now, as well as virtual information sessions on a weekly basis. And then lastly, I just want to remind you all to stay connected with us on social media. We have a lot of great resources, and then you can feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions or concerns about UNC Wilmington. Thank you all.
Fantastic. Thank you, UNC Wilmington. Wonderful presentation. We're going to hear now from Erskine College. Take it away whenever you are ready. You are muted.
Hey, y'all, sorry about that.
No problem.
Here we go. All right, give me just a second. I'm going to get it pulled up. All right, can y'all see my screen?
No, we don't see anything yet.
Okay, how about now? Sorry, guys. This is the first time I've done one of these. I was on maternity leave in the fall, so I've never, this is my first time doing one of these. So I'm from Erskine. My name is Amanda Pruitt. I'm an admissions counselor here. Like some of my other colleagues, I am also an alum of Erskine. I graduated from Erskine in 2014 with a BA in history. I did not know I was going to go to college until the fall semester of my senior year. And my dad basically sat me down and he was like, you know, I'll send you to school if you want to go, but if not, you're going to get a job when you graduate. And I did not want to do that. I found Erskine. It was my one and only college tour. And I told my mom on my tour that I didn't want to go anywhere else. I had the opportunity to come back to Erskine in 2019. So it was a really good opportunity for me, and I love being an admissions counselor and helping students through the college admissions process. So we are a Christian liberal arts school. We're located in Due West, South Carolina. We're actually about 45 minutes away from Anderson University and about an hour outside of Greenville, and we're located in Abbeville County. We are a Christian liberal arts school as well. We're affiliated with the Associate Reformed Presbyterian Church. You don't have to be a member of that denomination to come here, and you don't have to be a Christian to come here. We take people from all walks of life. We don't make students sign statements of faith or anything like that. But like I said before, we are a Christian liberal arts school, and a lot of people, when they see that, they only see the liberal part of liberal arts and they wonder how those two go together. So liberal arts basically means knowledge joined with morals. So it's more of like a liberation of thinking that the education offers to you. So when you come to Erskine, it's not just like, oh, you're here for 4 years, here's your degree at the end, go get a job, good luck. We really work to develop the person as a whole. So when you graduate, you're not only well-rounded, but you're well-educated too. And that's how those two kind of go together. Just to kind of show you guys some of our major programs that we offer. This is currently what we offer here to our students. We've got about 840 students on campus. Our most popular program is definitely business. Sports management is our second. And then we've also got our sciences, biology and chemistry, and then psychology as well. We have a lot of interest in our education program too. So just a wide variety of different things. And then we have our minor programs as well. I really like to touch on these a lot because with a liberal arts degree, you can kind of pick and choose what you want to do. Your majors and your minors don't necessarily have to coincide with each other and vice versa. We have students that double major, and we have students that will triple major as well. And just to give you an example, one of our student ambassadors is a biology major, and he's got 2 minors, one in history and one in graphic design, just because he likes that stuff and it's stuff that he's passionate about. So like I said, you can kind of just pick and choose, you know, what you want to do and everything. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to hop out of this slide really quick and just show you guys a quick little video of campus so you can get a view of it. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys that now.
Amanda, if there's audio, we're not able to hear it. Amanda, I'm not sure if you heard me, but we're not able to hear the audio.
The student will be across the steps of the Erskine building. A big aspect of social life here on campus are our literary societies. We have 5 available for women to join and 3 for men.
Behind us is the UP Hall, which I am proudly a member of. Literary societies here at Erskine are in charge of holding events for campus, debates between societies.
We also do community service on campus, and it's just a great way to get out of your comfort zone and meet new people you wouldn't have met before.
Behind us is the Reed Hall, which serves as the business building here on campus.
Our business program provides students with an edge because they get to work with real businesses and gain practical knowledge. You've caught us at McCain Library, where we have over 20,000 periodicals.
McCain Library holds over 150,000 books, and if you can find one here, our students have access to the interlibrary loan program.
We also have an extensive online database where you can find tons of up-to-date academic journal articles, which I personally use all the time in my psych major. Here on the Circle, you'll find 2 of our women's dorms, Robinson and Carnegie, along with 2 of our men's dorms, Bonner and Kennedy. In total, we have 8 dorms, as well as the apartments in the villa, which is being built currently. This is Memorial Hall, where students can come and enjoy concerts held by our music department.
Our music department consists of several ensembles, both vocally and instrumental. Our vocal ensembles include chamber singers, corliers, and bella voce. Our instrumental ensembles include symphonia and jazz band. You do not have to be a music major in order to join these ensembles. This is the Daniel Moultrie Science Center, or DMSC. It is home of the biology, chemistry, and physics departments here at Erskine College. As a biology major, I spend all my time here, and all students are required to take 2 lab classes here.
This is the greenhouse in our DMSC building. Personally, it's my favorite room on campus. In our biology department, we have many different disciplines that you can take advantage of, one of which is the environmental studies discipline. I would like to point out our aquaponics system, and Clemson actually came in and helped us build our aquaponics system, and I think it's just a great example of how Erskine, as a small college, takes advantage of larger local resources. This is Watkins, our student center here on campus. It's open 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Students come here to study, socialize, and eat.
You'll also find student development offices, along with the bookstore and campus mailboxes.
Okay, so that pretty much concludes the campus tour. What I'm going to do, I'm actually going to drop my contact information in the chat. So if you guys have any questions, you can email me or call me. But thank y'all so much.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. That was wonderful. It's hard to imagine how fast this time flies by. 6 minutes is not enough to learn about each of these campuses. So we appreciate our panelists doing their best to give us the most important information. We have one more fantastic institution to hear from, and that's Newberry College. Take it away.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Lauren Vaughn. I work in admissions at Newberry College. I'm also a faculty member in our music department. So I do help all of our music majors audition and earn scholarships to campus. Newberry College is located in Newberry, South Carolina. Our campus is just a few blocks from historic downtown Newberry. We are also between an hour and an hour and a half from larger metropolitan areas such as Columbia, Greenville, and Charlotte. Newberry College is a private liberal arts institution that was founded in 1856. We are affiliated with the Lutheran Church. We have just over 1,200 students in our undergraduate program, and we do have a student to faculty ratio of 13:1. Although most of your upper level major classes could have as few as 5 to 10 students. So Newberry College really values its personal attention and building those relationships between student and faculty. 40% of students on campus are first-generation college students. And while we are a private institution, so you'll see that our sticker price for tuition is a little bit higher than our public peers in the state. 99% of students on campus receive some sort of financial aid. We're very proud of our growth as an institution, and we are consistently ranked in various regional and national rankings, including number 6 in the best value regional colleges in the South and number 11 in the best regional colleges in the South. We have 33 different majors on campus, 31 minors, and 10 pre-professional programs. Some of our most popular majors include nursing, business administration, music, sport management, and teacher education. If you're interested in coming to Newberry, chances are there is a program for you, and our admissions counselors would be more than happy to chat with you about our programs or set you up with a meeting with faculty members to talk more about any of our majors or minors on campus. We also have 4 online degree completion programs. So this is for students who have started a degree and are looking to complete that at a later time. So we offer programs in criminal justice, psychology, respiratory therapy, and the registered nurse to the Bachelor of Science in Nursing program. Our students on campus get involved. We have over 50 clubs and organizations and honor societies. We also offer the Summerlin Honors Program to our students who are of high academic achievements. We have intramural sports, a very competitive esports team, and study abroad opportunities. Nearly 1 in 10 of our students on campus are participating in a music ensemble. This includes the Scarlet Spirit Marching Band, our chamber orchestra, jazz big band, the Newberry College Singers, and the Wind Ensemble, as well as other chamber ensembles. And we also offer additional scholarship to our students participating in these ensembles. Many students are also involved in Greek life. We have 9 different fraternities and sororities, and students really enjoy the lifelong bonds that they earn from participating in their Greek life, but they also enjoy the community service and philanthropy opportunities. We are a NCAA Division II school. We are part of the South Atlantic Conference, and we have a lot of different athletic sports teams on campus. And if you are interested in any of our athletic teams, I encourage you to go to our athletic website and fill out a recruit form so a coach from your sport can get directly in touch with you. We have a number of different campus dining options that include the traditional dining hall. We also have a Chick-fil-A on campus, which is extremely popular with our students, a Boar's Head Deli, and a grab and go option for students who are running quickly between classes and still need some lunch. All of our first year students, almost all of our first year students live in Brokaw Hall, which is a residential hall with RAs and residential life coordinators who are specifically trained in helping students transition to college. After you live in Brokaw Hall, you are free to choose from a number of different living opportunities on campus that include suite style dorms and also beautifully lofted apartments that are just a few blocks off campus. For admission to Newberry College, we are rolling admissions, which means we are constantly receiving and reviewing applications throughout the year. It is free to apply as a freshman or a transfer student. You can see our average GPA is a 3.0 for freshmen and 2.5 for transfer, but this is just an average. We do review each application individually, so your admissions counselor will reach out directly to you should we need additional supporting materials for your application. We are test optional, so we are not requiring SAT or ACT scores for admission for fall 2021. Once you apply to Newberry College and we receive your application and your high school transcript, it takes about a week to 2 weeks for you to hear back from our admissions office. We offer a lot of different opportunities for financial aid. All students receive academic money, and you can receive merit-based money for athletics, music, ROTC, esports. So even if you're a little unsure about whether or not a private institution is right for you because of that higher sticker price, I encourage you to still apply and work through the financial aid process, because chances are you could earn a lot of scholarship from Newberry. We are currently open for campus visits, so I encourage you to come to our campus, meet with our students, meet with our faculty, meet with your admission counselor and financial aid, and learn even more about Newberry. Thank you so much.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you so much, Newberry College. And thank you to all of our panelists here today. I want to take advantage of having this fantastic panel of experts in the college process here. So I'm going to ask all of our panelists to join me on video here, and we are going to ask 1 or 2 questions to learn more about the college search process and their campuses. So I'm going to share my screen here. And the first question I have for our experts on the line is, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process? We're going to go in the same order, kicking it off with UNC Pembroke.
I think the best advice I could give anyone going through the college search process would be to find your fit, understand how you learn best, what you are expecting to receive out of an institution, and know exactly what you're looking for. If you want smaller class sizes, or if you're looking for a larger class, if you want a smaller campus or maybe a larger campus, know exactly what you're looking for. Get comfortable with going and touring different institutions, even if right now during COVID they're not allowing guided campus tours. A lot of campuses are still offering self-guided tours so you can go see that campus. Make sure you're feeling at home wherever you are choosing to attend.
Yeah, I mean, similar to what was just said, the biggest advice that I can tell you is go out and visit. Visit these schools. Don't put any cap on anything. Go out there, visit, tour, ask as many questions as you want. Because this is your time. It is your time to go out here and look at these schools and see, where you feel comfortable at, and what's a good fit for you. And I guarantee you that, when you tour these schools, our schools or other schools, when you're out there, at some point during that tour, it's going to click in your body. Your body's going to have this feeling that's going to tell you, this is a good fit. This is where I see myself for the next 4 years. I can see myself walking on campus, playing sports, being a part of these clubs. But it's about you going there and visiting and walking the campus and talking to people, meeting the students, looking at the faces of students on campus. It's going to speak to you a lot, the location that you're in. And then a little bit beyond that is when you do visit the school, also go the extra mile, go downtown, go to the area that surrounds that school and see, okay, yeah, I'm bought and I see myself at this college, but, can I see myself also walking downtown and going into the shops and eating downtown? So that's a little bit of my advice that I can give you guys.
Yeah, I feel like I'm just kind of echoing what Xavier said, but visiting those schools is going to be vital in choosing where you're going to end up. I mean, for me, I always thought I was going to go to one school, and then when I actually visited, it was completely different than what I had initially thought was going to be right for me. So even if you've been set on a certain school or a certain location, try to stretch yourself and go somewhere new and just see it, how it feels. If it is something that you may like, you might learn that you want a bigger classroom or a larger campus or a specific city, or if you want to be in the country, or if you like having a swimming pool on campus. All those types of things are small, but also very important. My mom had me pick 3 words after every campus visit. So that's another just small piece of advice that I would recommend. You'll forget all the things that we tell you sometimes, but if you can write down 3 quick little facts about something and that initial impact that the school gave you right after a visit, it'll really help you when you're going back and trying to wean out some schools and kind of narrow down that list for you. So yeah, good luck.
So one thing I would say is to do your best to try not to be afraid to reach out to schools that you're interested in. I think it can be a little bit intimidating to reach out to a college, but I can definitely tell you that myself, as well as all of my colleagues on this webinar right now, are here and happy to help you. So we want to be a resource for you in the college search process. We know it's a stressful process. We know that especially with those of you that might be doing virtual school right now, it could be difficult to get in touch with your school counselor on a regular basis or have those support resources maybe compared to a traditional year. So feel free to connect with your admissions counselor. We're trained to help you with this process, and we love to hear from students that are interested in going to college, and we're happy to help you through that decision-making process in any way that we can.
Hey, so just to kind of piggyback off what everyone else was saying, you know, just try and go visit the campus if you can. If you don't feel comfortable with that, or if the campus is not offering an in-person visit, just try and see if you can schedule a virtual visit. I know it's not the exact same thing, but you can still get a good bit of information from that and everything. Just kind of do that. And like Allison said, also just utilize us. We're a really good resource, you know, especially, you know, with guidance counselors kind of being in and out this year and everything. Don't be afraid to ask us questions. That's what we're here for, because we went through the same thing too. And so we've been in your shoes and we know what it feels like. Don't be afraid to utilize us. No question is a silly or dumb question. So yeah, that's my little piece of advice.
Absolutely agree with everyone. I just add, if you can, get in touch with current students and alumni from the schools as well. So if there's a specific academic program that you're interested in, sometimes you can meet faculty from that area, and they'll even put you in touch with current students or let you sit in on classes. And that way you can learn firsthand what the student experience is like at that school, and maybe have an opportunity to ask some questions that you wouldn't otherwise feel comfortable asking. So feel free to always try to set up meetings with current students or talk with people who are alumni of the programs. That can give you a great insight to what the school is all about.
Wow, well, thank you all so much. We are so fortunate to have all of your expertise here, and we appreciate you spending the evening with us. We also appreciate that everyone who has joined us here to learn more about these fantastic institutions. We hope that you learned a little bit, got curious about one or more of these institutions, and we'll check them out further. I want to remind everyone that we still have one more session with this event, so you may, after this, jump into another session that looks interesting to you. Keep in mind that this session, along with all of the others in this event series, are being recorded, and you can find those recordings in about a week at strivescan.com/Carolinas. I put that link in the chat again for you. And last but not least, when you close this event today, you're going to get a very quick 4-question survey, and any feedback that you can provide would be most useful. All right, everyone, thank you so much for being here. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. Bye-bye now.